Hey guys, Ron here from Tactical Fitness, and in today's video we're going to talk about two-man tactics. Now you may be wondering, what the hell do I need to know two-man tactics for? I'm not in a special forces team, I'm not in the police. Why do I need to know this? So those of you that are concerned with self-protection, with self-defense, you may find yourself in a situation where you're around other people that are armed, or maybe your spouse also trains and they want to be able to apply their skills with you at the same time. So knowing how to properly defend yourself with a firearm when there's two people involved, shoot, move, and communicate, is an essential skill for self-protection and self-defense. So in this video, we're going to cover three main techniques for two-man tactics. Number one is going to be bounding or bounding overwatch. Number two is going to be a lateral peel. And number three technique is going to be the two-man tower. The first technique we're going to cover is called the bounding technique or the bounding overwatch. There's two ways that we're going to use this technique. Either a way to close with the enemy under contact, or a way to cover some type of open area with security, where one person is moving and one person is covering. So when we're bounding, we want to make sure that we're not left exposed for a long time covering ground. Usually the way that we want to think about it is about 3 to 5 seconds, as long as it takes you to say, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Okay, about 3 to 5 seconds, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, or so. So the technique is going to go like this. The moment I'm ready to run, I'm going to ask a question to my partner. I'm going to ask him, moving. He's going to tell me, move. That's when I'm going to run. And then when I get to my position, I'm going to say, set. Once I am set and ready in position, is when my partner is ready to go, he's going to yell back at me, moving, essentially as a question. I'll let him know to move. Move! He'll move, and then he'll yell set, and we'll keep leapfrogging forward and bounding forward until we close with our enemy. All right, guys, the next technique that we're going to talk about is the two-man tower or the high-low technique. This is a great technique to use when you have to provide security, maybe from a corner of a building, a corner of a vehicle. You might not be moving just yet, you're just coming up with a plan to move, or you don't have anywhere to move. So the technique looks like so. Patrick is in a kneeling position, while I'm going to be in a standing position, very, very close to him. We have to maintain physical contact to make sure that we know where one and the other is. So from here, essentially, like we like to say, balls to back, nice and tight to Patrick, and from here we can provide essentially two muzzles on a potential threat. Again, around the corner, around a building. This is a good covering position that we can use. So we want to be mindful of a couple safety precautions when we're working the high-low or the tower position. The person that's at the bottom cannot move until he has space to move, okay? The person up top has to be mindful of their muzzle. If they were in some type of patrol position, they need to make sure that muzzle comes around. And obviously if they were in a high port position, they need to make sure that muzzle comes up. So if Patrick wants to move out of the position, he needs to first of all check his surroundings, look around, see that he actually has the space to move around. So again, we've gotten to that position, I'm mindful of my muzzle, I bring it up. If I have to deal with any type of malfunction, I'm bringing my muzzle upward. If Patrick needs to deal with any type of malfunctions or movement, he's going to bring his muzzle down, okay, while I'm covering him in this position, okay? And those are the main safety things that we want to be mindful. So muzzle awareness, and then checking our surroundings before we're moving. From here, we can also formulate a plan to move. For example, we can decide to move lateral to the right, peel back, bound forward, and so on and so forth, so we can set up a good plan while we're close to each other and we can communicate. From here, I can also engage from one side, let's say it's some type of narrow barricade, and work to the opposite side while Patrick is covering. If we were to move out of this position, the person that's standing, they're already on their feet, they're going to move first. Again, communication is key here. I'm going to let Patrick know by asking him a question, moving. He's going to tell me, move. I'm going to run to the next position, let him know I'm set, and then he's going to do the same thing if he needs to move to the next position. The next technique we're going to talk about is the peel or the lateral peel. This is again a cover and move technique that we use to cover a certain amount of distance. All right, so let's see how it works. We're gonna do a dry so you guys can see and hear us clearly. So again, we're gonna be posted up on some type of corner, some type of cover, preferably in a high-low position if we're in a narrow cover, or we can be on either sides of that cover. So from here, we're starting to cover. Patrick here is gonna let me know that he's good, he's set in the position, and then I'm gonna let him know, Patrick, we're gonna do a lateral peel to the right. So we're gonna peel right, moving. He's gonna tell me, move. He's gonna tell me, move.
Move.
There we go. I'm gonna either high port the gun or make sure my muzzle is down around it, again, not flagging my partner, and run to my next point of cover. Once I've gone to that next point of cover, I can post up and let Patrick know that I'm set. Once I'm set and Patrick is ready to go, he's gonna tell me moving, ask me a question. I'm gonna let him know, move. And he's gonna run through me to the next point of cover. Once I've seen and I hear him laying down fire, all right, he lets me know that he's set. Again, I'm gonna ask him a question. I'm gonna ask him the question of moving. He's gonna let me know to move. Again, be aware of your muzzle and run to your next point of cover. Once you've gotten to your next point of cover, again, you're gonna let him know set, and then he's going to move. From here, we've run out of cover. We might have to be stuck in this position for a while. So when Patrick gets behind me or to the side of me, we can cover here, or we can again use the two-man high-low and cover position. Guys, thank you for watching. For more information, check us out at tacticalfitnessaustin.com and check out our various courses like the Urban Carbine Level 1 and the Urban Carbine Level 2 Team Tactics.